All right, everyone. Welcome back to Light Novel Fiends podcast. This is episode 17.
17.
Biggest Gamer.
Adam Moore.
And we're back.
We're back. Regularly scheduled programming.
Yes.
Mondays at 2 p.m. Not exactly around there, but around there.
2 to 5.
2 to 5. Yeah. We're gonna start uploading again, guys. We were both on vacation. I don't know why we both picked April. That wasn't coordinated.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But we're back. It won't happen again. Foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But what do we start with?
So we got Absolute Resonance.
Absolute Resonance.
This is really good.
Yeah, we stopped at a perfect point last time, guys, because we stopped at they were going to the Inner Divine Continent, and we literally stopped at like the chapter right before they start going there. Yeah.
So they left the Jacques Kingdom, went to the Inner Divine Continent. He met his grandfather.
How do you feel about his grandfather? He's okay.
I like him. I think he's really nice.
He is nice.
I think it's like it's been so long since he's seen his son.
Yeah.
So like
he's trying to compensate.
Yeah, with his grandson.
Yeah. I have a little bit of grief sometimes with genre novels and stuff, like with family members and their children, because they're like when the older family members are in like position of power, they're like, oh, we can't dote too much on our sons or grandsons. But then I'm like, when the main character has a son, they do everything for this man. I'm like, they should be breaking rules, bro. That's what they want.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of families that spoil their children.
That's true. So. You're right.
But yeah, he met, so we realized there's actually 4 different families or 4 lineages within the Heavenly Emperorly bloodline. We also found out that it is the youngest bloodline, so it's the weakest.
Yep. Which
is interesting, and that there are 4 other bloodlines. There are 5 bloodlines in total.
I think there's 4 bloodlines in total. It was confusing me because there's 4 bloodlines, but each bloodline has 5 banners.
No. I'm talking about there's other Heavenly Emperor bloodlines.
Oh, bloodlines. Those. I think it's 4. I can't say 100%.
It's either 4 or 5. I can't remember.
I think it's 4 though. I think it's 4.
And then we don't know about the other lineage or the other bloodlines, but we know in the Heavenly Emperor Lee bloodline there is 4 lineages.
Yes.
2 descendants, like
3.
I thought there was 2 outsiders and 2 descendants.
I thought it was.
They're not outsiders. They're like distant. It's like if it's like
your 14th cousin.
Yeah. It's like the cousins are over there, and then these are their sons and daughters.
Direct descendants. Yeah.
Direct descendant. That's what it is.
Yeah. I think it's something like that. I was confusing it with the Dragon Fang lineage, which is the chief is his grandfather, and then 3 of the halls are like led by his children, right?
Yeah.
3 out of the 4.
So there's 4. There's 4, isn't it 5?
5 hall masters.
Yeah, 5.
Bro, there was so many different numbers.
Because there's a huge hierarchy in the Heavenly Emperor bloodlines.
Should we start with the lineages? Should we start with each lineage? Should we try to like tree it out?
Well, I don't remember all the 20 banners.
Well, not names.
Okay.
But I mean like just like the numbers. So
it goes like Heavenly Emperor.
Okay. Yep.
Then the 4 lineages.
Yep, the 4 lineages.
Which has the 4 chiefs.
Dragon Fang, Dragon Blood, Dragon Claw, Dragon Head, Dragon Tail.
Maybe you got it. I don't know.
Dragon
I just
Bone.
remember Dragon Fang and Dragon Blood because those are the enemies.
Yeah. Or Dragon Fang is is Li Luo's in.
Yeah.
Dragon Blood is the enemy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then each lineage has 5 banners.
5 banners. So that means
20.
5 hall masters. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then, so there's 20 banners in total. Each banner has 5 divisions, and each division has 8,000 people? 16,000 people. 16,000 people.
Something like that.
I think it's 16 because when it's everybody, it's an 80,000 man army under the banner.
Yeah. That's right.
So each banner has 80,000 people. So that means 5 banners has 400,000 people, and then 20 banners 1.6 million people. That's how many people they have in their banners alone.
Yeah.
And they have also an independent army, which is like wild.
And to think they're the weakest.
The banners are the weakest power that
Well,
the Heavenly Emperor has.
I mean, the whole bloodline is the weakest. I can't imagine what the strongest one looks like.
I don't know if they said the Dragon Fang was the weakest.
Oh, I'm just talking about the
banner.
I'm talking about the whole bloodline in general.
Really, they said that? Oh yeah, because he's the newest.
Yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
And also, it's kind of great. So I imagine we'll meet a dragon at some point.
Oh, for sure. They're like,
but
they're bonded by a pact, right?
Yeah, but I'm also wondering how or how beast powers work, because
they have beast resonances or beast resonances,
like their own, and then they just passed it down to like a human.
So I think they didn't really describe it perfectly well, but I think somehow the Heavenly Emperor Lee, he made a pact with a dragon, and like I think it was a black dragon. I don't remember exactly, but he made a pact with a dragon, and basically through that said pact, I don't know how it works, but like his descendants have higher chances of having dragon resonance, like
because of his blood. Yeah. So maybe they made a blood pact.
Maybe they made a blood, and I think it's almost like 100% to be honest, like direct descendants.
Yeah.
And then like obviously the further you go, the less chance it has. Yeah. But even if you don't have a dragon resonance, when you join a banner, they give you like a drop of blood that like, or like something, I think it's a drop of blood that makes you compatible with the dragon resonance arts, because like that's what all of their arts are based on. Yeah.
So we found out a lot about what happened to his parents.
A ton. I think we basically found it all out.
Yeah, we know everything that happened.
Yeah.
Well, not everything.
Not everything.
There is
everything.
one thing.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a bit.
His dad's a player.
Oh yeah.
Not really. It's not his fault, but like.
I mean, he was, and for the men, he was number one.
Yeah. He had an arranged marriage. Basically, is what happened
with one of the other
bloodline.
And so he fell in love with obviously his current wife, who was actually the number one genius in the Interdivine continent.
As wild,
which is wild. So
she's like a real cultivator, I think. Basically, right?
So she came from a humble background. They don't say what her background is, but it was clearly like not comparable to a Heavenly Emperor background.
Yeah.
But she basically defeated everyone, even
Li
Tangshuan himself.
Yeah. And he was number one before her.
Yeah. But then she came out and basically she just
stomped.
She is like the female version of Long Chen.
Yeah.
That's what I got from what reading it, because she stomped all the geniuses.
Yeah.
She looked down on all the bloodlines. She literally said straight up to their face, "Oh, the Heavenly Emperor bloodline, it isn't all nothing. That."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait, that's cold."
I loved it, bro. And I was a little mad, but like I thought it was funny at the same time that the author would always say with Liluo's mom and dad, they'd be like, "Oh, they were fighting and she had the advantage." Like he wouldn't like clearly say she was stomping him. But like, let's be honest, like he adds enough hints that that man was getting stomped.
Yeah. I also kind of refuse to believe she actually has a normal background.
Me too.
I think because they said she has the Pang resonance, which makes sense because I think we've seen it obviously in other
that's
novels.
Another point too.
So Kun Pangs or Pangs, in dragons, they just don't get along. Because I think they're, because of their similar attributes of going against like heaven, like that's like their nature.
And I think the Kumpangs or the Pangs, they eat the little dragons, baby dragons.
So it's like there's just a natural
friction.
On top of like obviously wanting to be like the strongest.
So number one.
Yeah.
And then, that doesn't help her. And honestly, it makes her all the more cool when she's talking to a Heavenly Dragon bloodline for like Heavenly Emperor Lee, and he's like, "You guys aren't all that," and like the Pangs literally like are head to head against dragons, and it's like the Pang is like dominating the dragon, and I'm like, Jesus, this lady's awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Also, I was like, damn, she really is like number one.
Yeah.
And they were crazy.
You think they come back as kings or like?
Yeah.
You think so?
100%.
100%.
Because kings are, from what we've seen, are a very rare resource, even the Interdivine continent.
They said, I was surprised by that. They said there was only, of the Heavenly Emperor Lee, there's only 5 of them, each chief. I was shocked with that. I thought they were going to be like way more numerous.
I actually like that because it makes the king realm seem like, one, that much better.
Yeah.
Two, that much more. It's that much more arduous to like actually reach the king realm, which kind of will show like when they come back as kings. Like, do you really want to fight a king, a peak genius king as well?
So until just like 2 chapters ago, did you read up to like today's chapter?
No.
What was the last chapter you read? Like
I read that they opened up the mythical yellow.
That's it.
Pool.
Oh, so you're like 4 or 5 chapters behind. All right. So can I say it or should I not
say it? Say it.
All right. So basically, they just started talking about like a chapter ago that there's something called like transcended dukes, and basically transcended dukes have a high chance of becoming heavenly emperors, but like they're not kings, and they haven't described it at all. We just got the name. We just got like a name drop. Like there's transcendent dukes, and Lee Luo right now doesn't know what that is. He just knows that they have a higher chance to be heavenly emperors. And so I think before I thought they would come back as either like stage 9 or like king, but like now I think they come back like transcendent dukes.
Interesting. That
it's when he goes to get his duke art.
No, so
yeah.
But do they? So they haven't said if it meets as like strong as a king or stronger.
They haven't. They haven't. The only thing they said about it is that they have a high chance to reach heavenly emperor level.
So it could be one of those things where it's like at each. You know how like each level you have to like really refine, like push your body to the limit. So it's like
all the less
for the glass. You know how you need to get glass fiend to increase your chance to get to duke.
Yeah.
It could be like you need to be a transcendent duke to increase your chance to get to king.
Oh, you know, that might be a really good point. It might be like just like you said, like the glass thing. The duke stage might be like you don't have to hit 9 to become a king. You know what I mean? Like you can like stop at like the heavenly pearl stage.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to hit 9.
Yeah.
You can stop at like 7 or 6. They said and move on. But dukes might be like you hit like 6 or 7 and you're like, all right, like probably not 6, but maybe like 7 and you can hit king. But then there's like transcendent dukes that are like they hit all 9 Bergfrieds. That might be what it is.
That's what you know what they say. Like you gotta have the most stablest of foundations.
Yep.
So in order to keep going.
Yep.
So
honestly, I don't even understand. This is just a side note. As a cultivator, I could never like. I understand wanting to reach like a higher power quicker, but I could never be like I'm giving up on the glass stage. Like personally, I could just never see myself just being like destroy my future prospects because then I know I have a limit. Yeah, you know, I'd rather not hit a like lower mountain and like maybe like don't go as like maybe in a lower mountain I'd hit the peak, but like a higher mountain I might not hit the peak, but I'd go higher. I'd be that's my mentality on it at least.
Yeah, I guess like I think it's just like for some people they just don't have
the patience.
The patience because they probably. I think like some people just takes longer and they just like I can't just let too many people just get ahead of me.
Yeah. That's true. We went deep there. Sorry guys.
No, that's fine.
But what happened? He gets the inner divine continent. I actually really liked the fact that his cultivation that he uses at the Fiend General is I think it was like a 5 Lotus 5 flame or something. There's like different levels of general arts, and he had like a 5 flame or 5 lotus. I forget what they use, but it's 5 something. And he like instantly once he gets there, he gets the 9 revolutions dragon art.
Oh yeah,
that's like a 10. I'm gonna call it lotus. It's a 10 lotus art or something, and I thought that was really cool.
I don't remember the rankings for the different.
Yeah, he said because the when outside of the clan. They can only give out the 3 dragon revolution.
Yeah.
And so that's what Lee Luo's dad left him. Yeah. But as soon as he gets there, he's like, I'm going to get the 9. And he didn't just get the 9. He got like 3 different powers. Because like when you get the 9th dragon revolution,
you get an art.
You get like a duke art that only works with harmony.
It's not an art. It's like a technique.
Yeah, it's like a technique.
So you got 2 techniques.
Yeah, with the harmony. And then he ended up getting 2 extra techniques. So I think he has 3.
Yeah.
So he has 3
3
techniques that like uses with harmony. And quick thing on harmony, basically in a squad of like I don't remember. In a squad of like 1600, that's what it is. In a squad of 1600, you everybody pulls their power together and they can fight like Heavenly Palace General. No, Heavenly.
Oh, for a division.
Yeah, per division.
Yeah.
Per squad or squad division, however you want to call it. And then all 5 squads make up a banner. If a banner is all together,
they can fight a duke.
They can fight a duke, and those techniques are how they like pull together the power of everybody. They can use like basically they're comparable to duke arts, but only work with harmony.
Yeah. So so basically when he got there, he fought that
guy, the other squad division guy.
Yeah, for the sub division leader one.
Yeah.
Who was put there by the Dragon Blood lineage.
Yeah. Wait, real quick before that.
Actually, yeah.
How do you feel about him when he rung the bell?
Oh, that was actually pretty sick.
Yeah, I love that thing because like for some reason when they hyped it up so hard, I thought it was gonna be difficult.
Nah, he was just like ding,
yeah.
Ding.
I thought for some reason it was gonna like struggle a bit, and he just like this is fine, bro. And I thought that made it all the more cool because they like really hyped up the difficulty, and this man was just like ding ding ding. Like
actually, it's kind of crazy because when you look at it, so his father was the Green Hall master,
yeah, and he's also the chief of the Green Hall. Like, there's 5 halls, but like one person is like the head.
Yeah,
and he was the head.
And then there's what the chief or his grandfather's been doing. He's like, okay, after your father left, I was like, I let those Dragon Blood guys come over here for the Gold Hall banner to like keep our guys like tempered.
Yeah.
Which backfired because his other sons.
Trash.
Yeah.
It's sad. It is sad.
But I was like, damn, they're really trash compared to him.
It makes his
so father, because like, actually, you know what? Before we get into that, we need to talk about their parents'
father.
No, their parent situation a little bit more.
Okay.
Because honestly, that was really important.
That was, yeah.
So, getting back to that, what happened there was he had an arranged marriage.
Lee Tan Hwan.
Yep.
Lee Luo's father.
And they had an arranged marriage with the. I don't remember their last name is Key.
Yeah.
But basically, he didn't want to marry her. He married Tan Talion, and the relations broke down, and they were just mad at each other.
Yep.
But then they went to this cave, which is where they found Lilo's cultivation art that allows him to fill his things.
I think I glossed over that.
It didn't say it specifically, but they hinted at it.
Oh, okay.
Because he said, the grandfather said, like, what happened that year when you guys came out of that place?
Yes.
And then he, because obviously Lilo's parents said, like, you have to go back there when you become a duke.
Yeah.
So I think when it said that when they met up, she got angry and they started killing each other, battle to the death. And then what happened was the Dragon Blood lineage, since they don't like his wife, they were like, if you abandon her, we'll protect you, but not her. And obviously he couldn't stand that. So
I think they didn't even ask. They didn't like directly tell him to abandon her, but he's like, we'll protect you, we won't protect her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they said anything about the abandoning thing, but like, these Heavenly Emperor people are gonna come for revenge, and you have protection, but she doesn't. So you do with that what you will.
So they got injured on the way, and we know she was pregnant with Lilo when they got injured. So I think that's why he ended up with blank palaces.
Yeah.
And so that's how the whole thing began. I think when he finds out, I don't know if he found out that she was hurt while he had him, but his aunt mentioned it to
Lilo.
So I think he will find out about it.
Yeah.
At least the bloodiness part.
Yeah.
And I think
well, he already knows there's a conflict.
Yeah. But yeah, he knows that they injured his parents. So I think there'll definitely be some bloodshed there. I know at the very least his John King is definitely going to go over there and mess them up. Because you know how she is. She's straightforward. And now she's pretty much fearless.
She's like God's here, bro.
Yeah, she has 2 ninth grade light resonances, and she's backed by this almighty, ancient college and this literally almighty teacher, because the other teacher's like,
I'm not gonna lie, that teacher, she felt like Heavenly Emperor level.
Yeah.
Because when they were that shit, by the way, that was so out of nowhere. Like we just finished a Liluo like adventure into like the Fiend Caves, and then like all of a sudden cut to her, and then like she's like getting powered up through this like light pool, and then she's just like God tier. And like I loved it though because like I feel like she needed a boost.
Leo's gonna be when he sees her, he's gonna be like, oh my God, what the? Because her cultivation's gonna be so fast now.
Yeah, 2 9th grade light resonances.
It's gonna be so fast.
She's definitely gonna be like a key part, and I think it might lead to some other attraction because obviously others are darkness, and she's like pure light. Mm-hmm. She's like fucking a light goddess at this point. And like once she becomes a duke, she's probably gonna get another one, and if she gets another 9th grade light, like that's gonna be insane. And I feel like it's gonna head towards that. And if it does, like those others are gonna like they're gonna go out of their way to kill her. You know, I don't think it's gonna be like peaceful.
Yeah, I think it'll be. It's gonna be insane. One thing I'm wondering is if there's any infiltrated members of the
college, of the Origin Reversal.
Yeah, Reverse Origin Institute.
In the college?
Not in the college, in the Bloodlines.
Oh, they probably got some people. I don't know if they're like super high up, but they must have spies everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Someone's in there.
But it can't be that low, but it can't be that high either. Like it has to be like at least a duke.
Yeah.
Or else he's not important enough to matter. But like I don't know where maybe he's one of those people that are like not the because even Liluo like mentioned it, like anybody can become like a high figure in the lineages. Like even somebody can become like a lineage chief if they become a king.
Yeah,
they can create their own lineage. There's just nobody outside of the lineage, like direct lineage, has done it. And so like I think that was kind of a foreshadow that like I don't know if the Reverse Origin Institute is gonna have like somebody create their own lineage, but like they're gonna have I feel like they definitely have something in the lineages, you know. But yeah, how do you say her name again? Liluo's wife.
I think it's Jiang Kinge.
Jiang Kinge, yeah. Jiang Kinge, bro, she's insane, and I like loved it because I felt like her cultivation was like I know her cultivation is special. It's like a big compressed thing to explode. So I'm happy she got a boost because I feel like with how quickly Liluo is, because he keeps saying he has 4 years left, and he's like, I have to hit it within 4 years. But let's be honest, he's gonna hit it in like 2.5, and like I need her to be like at the 3rd Berg free by the time he gets there. You know, like I need her. I need her stronger than him, just because I like that dynamic.
I do like that dynamic too.
And it keeps with the theme of like Liluo's parents. Like the mom is like
I'm gonna be whipped like my dad.
And it's funny because Liluo, when he's going through challenges, he's like, oh, I need to be when he sees his dad's like records, he was like, oh, I'm breaking those, you know. And like his motivation is so that he can be number 3 in the family hierarchy.
He's like these other guys don't understand. I have a place when I need to reach. Yeah. The other 2 are already filled.
Exactly. Like if I don't hit 3rd place, I'm below everybody.
Yeah. It's like I can't. They'll never let me live it down.
Yeah, and that's crazy because Liluo's dad is like a super genius, and he's gonna be number 4 in the squad. That's my prediction for him. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So they were 5th ranked dukes when we last saw them, right?
Yes.
Honestly, their speed is actually really fast because they lost their cultivation.
I think they're probably the Bergfrieds got destroyed is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, something like that.
And they had to like recover them. I think so. If they were at 5th and then they lost them and then they got them back. So I think he got it at 24 was when Liluo's dad became a duke.
He became a duke again.
Ooh, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
That's what they said. He became a duke, but his Ox Bao Bao said he became a duke again. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he became a duke in the Jia Kingdom at 24.
Yeah.
That's
He was a
crazy.
Duke long before that. Originally,
So
was
probably like 22.
that must have been way earlier. He must have hit Duke like in this.
Nah, no way, because Lilua right now is 18.
Yeah, but he didn't cultivate for 16
That's
years.
fair. Well, I don't think they start cultivating at 0. I think they start cultivating at like 13.
Maybe
I think it was
13.
13. That was like at
It's
the
not
beginning,
that-
the
it's not
beginning
that
of the
old.
book. Remember, they started cultivating like he was like, "Oh, we've been here for 3 years, and originally I was a genius, and then I fell off." Like that's how the book starts.
Yeah, but maybe it's like around that time, around like 12 to 13, but maybe his parents like awakened earlier because you know how that is.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it was like around 10. So if he's a genius cultivating for like around
2 years, I think.
Yeah, 7. Well, like
Lilua's dad, he must have had.
Yeah.
He had like a 5 year. He had, I think, at least 5 year head start.
yeah. So if he has a 5-year head start
Mhm.
at least with the inner divine continent heavenly emperor background on top of being a natural genius,
I'm giving 20.
I'm giving him 18.
That's impressive.
He was a Duke at 18.
That's crazy. No way.
He was a Duke at
They're not gonna make him that fire.
He was that fire.
They're not gonna make him that
I'm gonna
fire.
say his mom was a Duke at like 17.
Jesus, bro. I'm gonna say he's 20. She's 19.
No,
Get a little closer. I think you're cut off.
I'm cutting out.
Yeah, but I think oh no, I can't. The only reason is because genre novels care a lot about numbers, and I feel like 20 is like it's crazy, but he didn't hit it in the teens. And so like, but if you hit it in the teens, you're like a fucking exceptional monster.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna give him like 20. But like his wife,
I mean, I could
give her 19.
Yeah, because his wife was number 1 on that ranking list too before she left.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, they're definitely coming back as transcendent
number 1
Dukes.
Duke when they left.
I don't think it's all based off strength though.
Yeah,
I think it's based off like achievements.
But still, like
Yeah.
that can correlate with strength if she accomplished something and someone no one else has.
That's true. That's true. She's a monster.
Yeah,
She's Longshan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. She's Longshan.
Yeah.
Because she's just phenomenal.
So I think when he meets the Key family
Mhm.
when they at the birthday party,
Oh, it's gonna be hype.
it's gonna be high. I think they're also gonna. I think they know that they injured, like they know when they injured his mom.
Yeah.
They probably assumed that.
He died.
No, not his kid died, but they probably thought he would be born a cripple because
Ah, okay.
they probably injured her in a way to do that, maybe.
Oh, okay.
And when they see he has resonances 3, they're gonna probably wonder like, what about the treasure that they got back then?
Yeah.
It's clearly the godly forging wheel
Mm-hmm.
was something that they were after.
Yeah.
I think that's the real reason why they fought to the death there, and then they pushed all that onto them.
It's a good prediction. I'm not sure about it. I didn't think that far. I didn't connect that many dots yet.
Oh, you gotta connect the dots, man.
I don't know. I feel like that's far out, but it's. I don't know. I feel like they have enough incentive already. I feel like they were already like wanting to kill this girl already. But no, maybe now you're making me think. She obviously has a not so humble background.
Wait, I'm thinking about it.
What?
How did they get away?
I don't know.
Wait, now that I think about it, they said they fought their way out of the inner divine continent into the
Outer divine continent.
and settled down there. But why did they not chase them out to the outer divine continent?
Maybe because they shattered their Bergfrieds.
No, because if they wanted to kill them, they would have killed them. Like that's
But-
the whole point. They wanted the treasure off them.
But how do you know they want the treasure?
The author clearly foreshadowed it.
What? Explain it to me again.
Okay,
I'm lost
so-
here.
When the cave, I keep saying cave because I can't remember the name of the place.
Okay.
But the cave where they found the godly forging wheel art,
Mm-hmm.
his grandfather, when like in one scene of the book, he was like, what really happened that year at the name of the cave?
I remember this.
And
It's foggy.
but if you listen to the story, they said when they fought at the cave, he was like, oh yeah, they broke out into a life and death battle at the cave because they met each other. Like that's the story that was told.
Yeah.
And why they started killing each other. But that's where the godly forging wheel art came from. But no one knows about it except them two and Lilo. And maybe the Key clan, because they don't want other people to know about it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm also confused, because if they know that they have it, why didn't they chase them all the way to kill them and take it? Why did they only get left with injuries and not come back? So either someone interfered at the last second, or they weren't allowed to leave the inner divine continent for some reason.
Like the Key clan, they weren't allowed to leave.
Yeah, like maybe like the Heavenly Emperor clans like aren't allowed to leave or something. There's clearly some restriction that stopped them from killing them, because based on what everything they said, they fought their way out into the outer divine. Maybe so there's some restriction placed there.
It's like a border.
Yeah, but and maybe they were only allowed to leave because they got their Duke Freeze shattered. And they weren't dukes. Maybe dukes aren't allowed to leave, or maybe I don't know. But there's something there, because that doesn't make sense why they weren't killed or why they weren't chased down, even though when everyone knew where they were.
That's true. All right, so I don't know if everybody knew where they were.
Well, I mean, their names, they didn't change their names when they went to the Jacques Kingdom.
That's true.
They literally went there like, I'm Lee Toxuan. I'm Tan Leon. What's up?
All right, that's fair. All right, so that's a lot. I wasn't.
You weren't expecting all that.
I didn't see that.
That all just came in my head. I was like, wait a minute. What? There's a lot of questions here that the author needs to answer.
I think there's definitely... Well, first of all, the Heavenly Emperor clans are definitely like forefront in the other battle. Yeah. They say that the Heavenly Emperors are like there for 60 years at a time, I think, fighting the others. So they're obviously preoccupied with that, and that's definitely a big thing. But there probably is another reason why they didn't like follow them. Because now that I'm thinking about it, if they wanted that godly forging art that bad, like their Berg Freeze was shattered, they could have sent a random ass dude to get them. Yeah. And they would have been like that mean. So like that's a good question. I don't have the answer.
I'm sure we'll get the answer soon, but that's just like something to think about. And then
that's a good thought.
Yeah. We'll see what happens there.
One thing I want to talk about, the stipends that Lilo gets, bro. First of all, he's a greedy guy. He's so greedy. He needs to be greedy.
He just got his 8th grade residence, which is actually sick.
That was super cool. So you're only like 2 chapters behind, actually, because I remember that chapter.
Oh, was that ahead of the... Oh, I guess it was.
So do you know about the Foxtail?
The Foxtail?
Demon? And this is
he became a duke.
All right, so you're like literally 1 chapter behind, bro.
Oh.
It was like today's chapter. I guess you didn't read it.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe 2 chapters tops.
Yeah, maybe 2.
2 chapters tops. Because like he gets his 8th grade resonance. The 3-tailed demon becomes a 5-tailed demon. 9-tailed fox, a Heavenly Emperor. That's what I just thought. It has to be, bro.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, the stipends I thought were hilarious because he's so greedy.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, they seem like a lot.
No, it is a lot, just not for him.
Yeah.
It's for everyone else.
Yeah, for everyone else, it's like insane. For him, he's like, I'm money hungry.
Drop it the ocean.
Yeah.
I think this is where he'll show. I think he's gonna show off his talents as an
artificer.
Yeah.
Bro, I was thinking.
I think that's how he gets the heart.
I don't think he does that.
What?
I think. Like, he will do that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be the main reason he gets it. Because basically, I think the main reason he gets it is that they always said it before when he was in 7th grade, water resonance. He was making 8th grade water light that helped artificers, like, improve their artificing, whatever, however you say it. And now that he's become 8th grade, I don't know if he's gonna have like 9th grade water light, but he's gonna have at least a higher quality.
Yeah.
And that might they might not have that, or if they have it, they don't have the amount of quality he can provide, because he can provide infinite amounts. Mm-hmm. And I think that plus his artificing is gonna be like how he gets it.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna definitely be a key point, and I think it's gonna be very big soon.
I think. Yeah, because I think it'll show his potential. It's like, okay, as a cultivator, am I top notch? As an artificer, well, how many can you find like me?
Yeah, that's true. And But one thing that I think
For
is really
free.
cool is free. And one thing is oh, what was I gonna say? I lost it. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I don't remember. But yeah, bro, he's coming up. He's coming up.
Mhm.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The Violet Brooch from
Oh, the
the
holy.
Holy Grail
Yeah.
tournament. They clearly stated that when they get that brooch, it it like gathers a lot of like water light, so it can improve your resonance, right?
Mhm.
But then once you use it, it replenishes. They like clearly stated that.
Oh, did they?
They stated that 100%, bro. I can remember that 100%. And he just said he used the Violet Brooch, and he like it's like waste now. It's like there's
Wait,
nothing left.
really?
Yeah,
That
bro.
doesn't
I
make
didn't like that at all.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because they said like it replenishes really slowly, so you can't like you can use it all in one go and like increase. Because that's what he did when he got his third resonance, the dragon one. He brought it from like a fourth, I think, straight to a sixth with the Violet Brooch. Remember that? And then he hasn't used it again until just recently when he was getting the 9 revolution art. I think he had to use the wood power,
Yeah.
and then like they're like, oh, since he used the Violet Brooch power and the earth power, like there's no use for it anymore. And I'm like, you said I thought it was an infinite thing. They like clearly made it seem like it would keep generating, and
Yeah.
I didn't like that
That doesn't make sense.
because I thought that was gonna be like something he was gonna keep using, but like
Or upgrade later.
yeah,
Down.
I kind of understand because nothing's that OP that will forever like generate.
Yeah.
That is very OP. But like that's how you stated it, author. I thought it was OP.
Yeah, me too.
I was upset about that.
So he has an 8th grade water light,
Yep.
a 6th grade dragon thunder.
And I think his
I don't know what the
earth one, earth,
It's either 6 or 7.
ground earth, or is that the same
It's
thing?
wood earth.
Wood earth. Yeah. I think it's 7th.
Think so?
I think it's like because once you hit 7th, there's like upper and lower.
Mm.
I think his wood earth is lower 7, like lower 7th
Okay,
grade.
okay.
And then his like dragon is regular 6, and his water light is lower 8th.
So I'm assuming with the dragon pool thing that's coming up, I think his dragon thunder resonance will probably upgrade to 7th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so because I think he'll get the gold thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly thinking because they were saying how many can you get, and
Mhm.
he was like as many as you can.
Yeah.
But usually people can only get one at most if you're lucky. That's the whole thing.
How
And
many
I was
think
like,
he gets?
I think he gets the top 3. I think he gets gold and silvers.
I was thinking of that. I was like, before I thought he was like gonna get like 1, but now that he his the 8th grade and that Foxtail guy is
That's
out,
exactly what I was thinking.
I was like, man, he's getting at least 3.
So I think his control over resonance power will be better
Yeah.
as a duke, and he's already felt king power.
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot easier for him.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, I mean, technically they have 2 dukes.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, he's just gonna because a lot of banners are probably not gonna compete for gold. So he's probably gonna compete for gold, and he's gonna send his tail drag. He's like, yo, get that
The
silver over there, bro.
I was just like, I think, and also they said that it's 5,000, but that's just a general number. So I'm thinking like the copper ones, I think they're called, or is it bronze?
Probably the lower 5
Bronze.
brown.
I think bronze are 5, silver is like 7.5. I think gold is 10.
Yeah,
Or is that too crazy?
I think that's probably right.
Because that's insane amount of fiend lights. I think they're called.
So I think he's gonna get those. I
Mhm.
think he's gonna go. That's gonna start his foundation for Glass Fiend, and I think that's also gonna upgrade his resonance.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah. Also, I think very soon, that wedding that you were talking about between, or not the wedding, but the Chi clan or the
Key Clan.
Key
It's
Clan.
the birthday party of the Dragon Blood Chief.
Yeah, and that's where he's gonna fight for the position for this. But I think they also said that the Key Clan, when they come, is probably gonna talk some shit to Li Luo.
No, I think they're coming after.
Oh, they're coming after.
After the pool.
That makes sense because he's gonna power up.
Yeah.
He's gonna win that thing. He's gonna probably like break through the palace tier with his 30,000 fiend lights, and then he's gonna. I think they said he goes straight to gold.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna skip silver,
Go straight to gold.
straight to gold. He's gonna be insane, and he's probably gonna have his second Duke art completed by then.
Yeah.
This man's a monster. whoever comes out from that Key clan is getting stomped.
Mhm.
I feel bad for her. I think it's a girl.
Yeah, it is the girl.
Yeah,
And
I feel bad for her.
But the thing is, even after all that, his wife is still better than
Oh
him.
yeah, his wife is way better than his wife is in the not the Heavenly Pearl stage. She just hit the Heavenly Resonance stage. I think that's what it's called.
I don't remember. Honestly, I
There's
don't
a lot.
like the cultivations under the Duke are kind of like
Insane. I told you it's the most detailed cultivation we've ever got.
It's so also because like they change one word, so it confuses me.
Yeah.
It's like Pearl General, and then like for Fiend Body it was like Fiend Body, Fiend Tier.
Silver.
No, it was Fiend Tier or Fiend Tier then Fiend Body.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, because it's the fiend. You're in the general tier, but you're a fiend general.
Oh yeah, general
or a heavenly
fiend,
general.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I cannot keep up. I was having Pearl, and I was like, well, I don't.
So yeah, she didn't. She passed the Heavenly Pearl stage because she made a breakthrough, and she's at the Heavenly Resonance stage.
Yeah, so her foundation is I think they said like she has like the craziest foundation they ever saw.
She has 9 pearls, and she hit Heavenly Resonance, and she hit it with, and then she got an extra Duke palace when she did that.
I'm telling you, I think she's gonna visit the dragon lineages, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, who is she?" And then when they find out Lilo's like with her, they're like, "What?"
There's some foreshadowing with that girl who's in Lilo's squad. She's like, "Oh, is your wife can't be that amazing? You're just making her up."
She's the thing is. She's more amazing than he even knows at this point, because when he finds out she's 2 light residents, he's actually gonna be so heated.
And they make this girl by Lilu's side like out to be like a super baddie.
Yeah,
like she's like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're saying I'm a firefly to the moon? Not possible. I want to see it. I want to see like
the jaw drop.
The jaw drop, bro. I need to see it.
The jaw drop, eyes popping out of their sockets.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna lie. Usually in John novels, when they like start talking about beauty, I skip paragraphs, bro, because like it's usually the same description. But like
sometimes they'll change it up, but it's still generally the same.
Generally the same, but sometimes I'm like, I need to read this. And that occasion, I'm gonna read the 4 or 5 paragraphs that the author's gonna give to her, and just like describing how amazing she is, and I'm gonna be gladly reading it.
I know there's gonna be a lot of his rivals, I guess, from the younger generation. I know they're gonna be hot.
Oh, crazy hot!
They're gonna be like, "What?
He's got the baddest."
Yeah.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
It's gonna be funny.
What can you do?
I am wondering how much bloodshed there will be later on, though.
It's gonna be a lot.
Well, I'm wondering if the author's gonna go that route, or if he's gonna go the
other route,
the makeup with the family route, where it's like the dragon blood guys lower their head and just like, all right, well,
all between the lineages, you mean?
Yeah, no, not between the bloodlines.
Okay.
I think the bloodlines, they're just gonna. I'm just wondering if the dragon blood lineage will lower their head and say, all right, you know what, let's stick together and be one, and not let the other bloodlines.
I think my prediction is they're going to, and then that's when the spies are gonna come out. They're gonna fucking tip the scales.
Ooh, okay, I can see that happening.
Yeah. But all right, is there anything else you want to say before we go to Coiling Dragon?
No, I guess I'd say I like the battles that happened. I like the Fiend Cave. I think that's actually a really cool system.
Yeah, we glossed over that. I really like the Fiend Cave.
I think
I wish they restarted from 1 though. I didn't like that.
Yeah, they started at 28.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's like because 1 has lower. It's not worth it for him because it's not enough power anyway.
Yeah.
I am interested to see how that turns out between them, like the battles between each of the banners.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I think it won't matter too much though, because I think Lilo will probably stomp them at the Dragon Pool thing though.
Quick prediction: that gold banner guy, he's a spy.
Oh, 100%.
The way he's like, oh, even if he passes me, it'll be an accomplishment because he'll be like a great general. I'm like, bro, that's when you're gonna go traitor. Let's be honest.
He feels suspicious. Man.
Way too suspicious.
I was like, either the author's like playing with us, or he's actually suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
But
yeah, I think the battles were pretty cool. I think, the very least, he'll probably fight the Gold Banner guy and the other Lee King Fei.
Yeah, Lee King Fei. I think
like that. I think those would be cool battles.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't think I have any souls.
All right. Well, guys, that was Absolute Resonance. It was really good this time. We got fire. I think we had like 70 chapters.
Yeah, a lot of information.
It was needed, all that.
Yep,
Like
everything.
I think we got to a really good point to stop at. Like, cause he went through a lot, you know. Yeah. So great chapters. But yeah, guys, we're gonna go to Coiling Dragon next. Our recommendation, the last 150 to 200 chapters. Before we start that though, like the video, subscribe. Talk to us on Twitter. Talk to us in the comments. We want to talk to you guys. But yeah, this is episode 17. We're getting up there, bro. That's nice. That's some consistency. But all right, Coiling Dragon. Should we say it now or should we say it at the end?
Let's say it now.
All right, so guys, we kind of let you down, but it was hilarious. So, as you know, Biggest Gamer was on a trip, and we said we were gonna read 50 chapters of Coiling Dragon, 150 to 200, and we both did that, but we went a little beyond it. And so we actually bodied the whole novel, and it was funny because Friday, you guys are gonna see this on Monday, but we record on Saturday. On Friday, I called Biggest Gamer. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, you want to hear the good news or the bad news? And he was like, hit me with the good news. And I was like, Coiling Dragon is fire.
Yes.
And he's like, what's the bad news? And I'm like, I finished the novel. And then what do you say right after?
It's like, I got something to tell you too, bro. I finished it too.
Bro, I couldn't contain myself. And yeah, guys, if that tells you anything, Coiling Dragon is amazing.
Yeah, we couldn't hold ourselves back.
We couldn't. We never. I want you guys to know, I really stick to the chapter limits. Like, I don't.
Me too.
I don't ever do that.
That was the first time I did that.
Yeah, Coiling Dragon, I couldn't stop myself. Like, even Destroy Vice and Fire. You guys know I love that. I haven't read past 450. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, me neither.
And so, but yeah, this one, Coiling Dragon, it was too good. It was too good, and we had too long. You know, honestly, I think if we would have done the regular, I probably would have held myself back. But knowing we had an extra week, I was like, let's finish it. Yep. But all right, up to just 200 though, guys. Yeah. Just so you know, up to 200. We're not gonna spoil anything either. But up to 200, I think the fighting gets way better. You guys know the last 3 times chapters, 0 to 150. I kept saying that, you know, the fighting wasn't really there. The fighting gets way better. Way better. Chapters 150 to 200 gets really good, and after that it gets even better. So the fighting gets way better, and that was like my big problem with the novels, because I thought the plot was amazing. I thought the main character, the author's way he makes us feel is amazing, and chapters 150 to 200 has that again. Yeah. It hurt. I remember I texted Biggest Gamer and I was like, this guy can't keep doing this to me. No, he can't keep doing it, bro. I can't handle it. It genuinely, I think, made me cry because Lindley, when he goes through stuff, he hits
hard, bro.
Yeah, it gets hard. But I really like that. He be throwing curveballs too. You don't really know what's happening half the time. And
there are a lot of plot twists in the novel.
A lot of plot twists. And I think the best thing, and I want you guys to say if you agree with me, if you end up reading this later in the videos, is that this novel always makes you want to read another chapter. Yeah. There was only one time throughout that entire book that I felt like it was a natural break where I could put the book down and be like content. But usually I'm like, I need one more. And then it's 3 a.m.
Yeah. That's how I felt too, because I was just like, I couldn't stop myself from reading, because I was just like, every chapter felt like it ended on a note where I was like, okay, I need to know what happened next. What happened next? It just didn't end cleanly. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I gotta just keep going.
I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a big confession. I remember when I hit chapter 200, I finished chapter 200, I was like, I told myself one more chapter. And guys, when I finally looked at the chapter number I was on, because it goes by books, so you don't know the exact chapter you're on. But I went to go check on another website just so I like know what chapter I'm on to stop at 200. I went to check what chapter I was on. I was like at chapter 546, and I was like, I said one more chapter for 346 chapters, bro. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, I couldn't stop. Obviously not in one day, but I would wake up, I'd be like, Coiling Dragon. Yeah. This is my first thought. my first thought the whole time. How do you feel?
Oh.
All right. Rating. What else you got? You got to say some stuff real quick.
All right, so I'd say for recommendations, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
I'd give it, we're doing chapters 1 to 200. Guys, it was really just missing the fighting for me. They fixed that. I want to 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Amazing book. You guys need to read it. Please read it. I want you guys to feel how we felt. Because when we were talking about it yesterday, it was the excitement levels. We couldn't contain it.
Yeah. So we're going to pick another week to go over the full novel since we already read it.
Yeah, we have to.
But we have a couple things we'll probably read before that. So one, we're going to pick out a new novel for recommendation.
We're going to have a little funny thing for you guys to see with that.
That'll be funny when we pick that out. And then the second thing is we're going to be reading 9 Star again.
9 Star for next week.
It's around 80 chapters, so it'll probably be around 100. 90?
Right
oh
now.
my God. So it'll definitely be over 100 when we get back to this next week.
It's going to
be a long one.
It's going to be tough. We might have to do another 0.5.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think we're going to do Destroy Ice and Fire.
Yep.
Because, I mean, we want to finish it.
We love that.
I mean, it's like 250 away. So we're going to do probably 2 sessions of that at some point.
125.
Yeah. And then after maybe Coiling Dragon or... Actually, I think either that or... what was the thing?
Keyboard Immortal?
Yeah. We'll see.
We don't know. We'll see how the chapters are looking, but for the next couple of weeks, it's 9 Star with a new book. Destroy Ice and Fire with that same new book, obviously 50 to 100.
And then we'll see what after that.
And then we'll probably do Coiling Dragon, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely the third week will be Coiling Dragon, a whole book.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie, guys. You could body this book in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Because it's addicting and you're going to keep going. Yeah. Oh, man, I missed this, guys.
Yeah, me too.
It's been too long.
I want to talk about it for so long.
All right, but that's episode 17 of Light Novel Fiends podcast, guys. Welcome back. We're happy to be back. We're going to stay consistent.
Yep, and you know it isn't a Light Novel Fiends podcast without our camera dying on us.
We're going to fix that. We're going to fix
We've been
that.
saying it, but we will fix it. This is a trademark of the podcast. Just don't worry. We'll find a different trademark.
Soon, right? Soon.
Yes.
All right. It's been Adamar.
Biggest gamer.
I'll see y'all later.
Peace out.